And this morning I spoke about it, how Hebrews chapter 11 speaks about how the universe itself was created by something, it had a beginning, by something that is unseen. And now what we're seeing through Big Bang cosmology is that all the things that we do see in this universe had to have been created by an invisible force.
How do you refute to someone that the Bible is not just a book?
Now, how do I know that the Bible is not just a book? Well, it is a book in one sense, and so the book is the Bible is a divinely inspired book, 66 books written across multiple centuries, across 3 different continents, using 3 different languages. Okay, and yet the story of the Bible is consistent from Genesis to Revelation. It's consistent. It's the creation of humanity through God's divine power and His love, our fall from grace, and quite a few times actually, not just the first time, but a few times after that, and then God's repeated overtures over and over again throughout the New Testament and the Old Testament, going back to the Old, where God says, you have done wicked things, but if you return to me, I'll have mercy on you, as a shadow of what's to come in the future, which is an ultimate mercy. And that ultimate mercy is met at the cross. So one reason why you can look at this book and say, this is not just any book, but the world's best-selling book, the world's most smuggled book, the world's most influential book, written across 3 different continents with 3 different languages and multiple authors about multiple centuries, has a consistent theme throughout the whole thing. And then you see things like the Joppa thing I just mentioned. Okay? Then you see the historical facts that are verified in it. And you see all these beautiful things in the Bible, not just the historically accurate things, and not just even the scientifically accurate things, but then you see these beauty nuggets that are in there, like the way in which the Bible spoke. And this morning I spoke about it, how Hebrews chapter 11 speaks about how the universe itself was created by something, it had a beginning, by something that is unseen. And now what we're seeing through Big Bang cosmology is that all the things that we do see in this universe had to have been created by an invisible force. The Bible's been saying that forever. So all that we see corroborates things over and over again in the Bible. So you have to contend with the fact that this book has got something to it that isn't just a bunch of shepherds writing something together. There's more to it than that. So the consciousness part of human existence shows that the thing that created us is greater than us and has a greater consciousness than us. By the way, that's proof of the Bible in one sense as well, because God says, my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. My consciousness is higher than your consciousness. You can't even conceive of what I conceive of. That's why we are only with great difficulty trying our best. Our finest minds, think about this, our finest minds are trying their very hardest, collectively, across the human race, to understand 1/10 of what your brain does. And yet it's an accident. Or maybe a divine mind is behind all this. And the one book that's inspired more scientific discovery and more minds than any other book in history is the Bible. I doubt it's just a book. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it.